If you somehow haven't heard, I've been making my dream park in Planet Coaster 2. And our first themed land in the park, Mystic Woods, is finally nearing completion. If you need a refresher on what's happened in the previous episodes, in episode 1, we built the full layout for our dueling Blitz coaster. In episode 2, we created the paths, terrain, and laid out our family multi-dimension coaster. Then in episode 2.5, I guess that's what I'm calling it, we designed the official park logo. And today, we are finally moving into one of the most exciting parts of any theme park build, bringing the area to life. In this episode, we're going to start building the structures and decorating Mystic Woods so it finally feels like a real lived-in land. Then, at the very end of the episode, we'll be doing a in real time walkthrough of the place to show you what all I have made, and we'll be discussing what will be next for my dream park, and possibly be thinking of a name. If you enjoy this series and want to follow the park as it grows, please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And welcome back to my dream park. Hello everybody and welcome back finally to episode 3 of my dream park series. Now I know it's been a hot second since we last talked on an actual video itself, and that's because of a bunch of things. One, because my main job got busy and I got pretty sick. Not really fun, but it is what it is, you know? I'm just honestly glad to be back in this park making some videos for you guys. And also, I do want to say thank you so much for all the support you've given me. I think right now, of recording this, I have 34 subscribers. And when I started the channel, I had 2. One from a channel of my buddies and one from my girlfriend. And I'm just so appreciative of you guys for sticking with me through this whole thing and loving my content. As you can see right now, today's episode is all about decorating the park, making it look nice and just giving it an actual lived-in feel rather than just, paths and some terrain. As I'll mention in the real-time segment, I don't finish all of it in this episode, and I obviously didn't record every single little aspect of me decorating this place, or else this video would be 2.5 hours long, and I don't want that for you guys. That's why I shortened it quite a bit. I just got like the broad strokes of what I created. As you can see right now, I'm making a little eatery building where I'm gonna have a couple of stores. I changed it to 3 stores instead of just 2, just to give the guests something. I don't think they actually use it in the game at all. I don't think any of the guests have stopped in and actually used this area, but it's just good to have because obviously in a real theme park you would have some sort of eatery. I was gonna want to have a inside restaurant, maybe, but I decided against it just because I didn't like the feel of it. And as you saw back there, that giant building over there. I'm sure I'll pan over to it soon. Is the station building. I went ahead and built it in some of the queue. It is still not finished, so you will not see it in this episode. But once I get this episode out and I get everything settled in, then I will be doing not really a full tour, but like a cinematic shot of the whole area, so you can get like a full walkthrough, a full POV of the rides. Because I won't give you a full POV of the rides just yet, because 1, they're not fully finished, and 2, I want to make it into a separate video so you guys can just watch those instead of having you guys see a half-finished, half-baked version of the POV rides themselves. And I hope you guys are okay with that because, like I mentioned before, this area itself, I've had so much fun making, and I just love it so much. I just completed that building as you saw, and right now I'm adding some little tables, seating out in that area. It's not gonna be looking the exact same. In the as recording right now, I haven't really done much with it, but it's gonna be a different seating area. As you'll see, it's like a weird configuration. I don't really like it. It was mainly just to fill up that space because there was nothing really there. But it'll look a lot better. I changed the table and everything, so it'll look at least decently better. I was looking for some umbrellas here. I don't know why I just typed umbrellas, looking like for those like coaster nets or something like that, but I couldn't find it. Here I am just branding these little shops. Um, like I said, the guests don't even use these, so I don't know why I went to the effort of doing this, but it just makes the area feel more, I guess, alive. And I can't wait to discuss with you guys what will be happening in our next area in this dream park. I don't think I've hinted at it yet. I know I talked about like I wanted to have a IP area, some IPs in here, and mostly original stuff. And this one is going to be an original theme. It's not gonna be like an original theme came up by me or something like that. People have obviously done this theme in Planet Coaster and other games too, and in a real life park. That's a little hint. Um, but I've been waiting to do this theme for a long while, and I think it'll fit the vibes of this park so far. And also, I'm planning on making a front gate to this park and giving the park a name. I still need name suggestions for the 3 rides, actually. I think I mentioned that before. If I didn't, sorry. And I do need a name suggestion for the park itself, which I think that'll come whenever I have more areas down, because obviously you can't really gauge the name of a park just by 1 or 2 areas. You need multiple attractions, multiple areas. As you see right here, I'm just adding some boxes, making that area in the back feel a little more alive rather than just nothing being there. Painting the terrain so it looks a lot neater. All that area is going to have more foliage than there is right now. And we are jumping right over to, I'm pretty sure this is the toilets I'm making. Yep, the bathroom. This building is not really too special. It's just a brick building. I wanted to change up the vibes because I've been doing the corrugated walls, the metal walls, because that's the main theme. The steelworks industrial thing. That's the whole point of everything I'm going for. I feel like it just kind of needed, broken up with. So I did like those bricks on top. They're the final color. The red bricks I change eventually throughout this stuff. I think I did change this roof as well to be flat, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been like a week since I made these. Like I mentioned before, these episodes take a little bit just because, mainly because this is my first time ever decorating a park in Planet Coaster. I'm okay with making the coasters and some of the paths. That was a new one, and the terrain. But doing the decorating, that's a new one. And instead of those fences that you see around right now, I'm doing some custom fencing. You'll see in that real time segment. It's all gonna be custom fence. It's gonna look really cool. It looks really cool right now, as you see in the real time segment. But as we go on in the series, before this next area is built, I'll post like a cinematic of the area itself and then the POVs of the rides, and then we'll get into the new theme. I wasn't ready to spoil it. I am not going to spoil it. It will be at the very end of the video, so please be sure to stick around until then. And I won't tell you outright what the theme is, but I'll give you a good little hint. And I feel like that'll be more than enough, because I feel like it kind of gives it away. Um, I was doing some thinking, and right now I'm adding like another little lake to the side of this area because it just I felt like this area needed more bodies of water. It's a forest area, and I feel like that kind of suited that little area, and it looks kind of nice. So, and yeah, just smoothing it out. But I think I'm gonna have 5 to 6 different themed areas, and maybe some like sub themed areas, like how Epic Universe has Celestial Park as its overarching theme in the main area, and then it has like Universal Monsters, How to Train Your Dragon, Harry Potter, Nintendo. Those are like the main themes, and the overarching theme in the park is Celestial Park. So I might have that like like as like the center point of the park, being like a separate theme, like a separate vibe from each of the areas. I'm not gonna go for an Epic Universe vibe where it's like, oh, you have these portals and you go into them, you're in different realities. I'll try to figure out a way to like at least explain it, maybe, but I doubt it. I don't know why I'm just sitting on this rock for a while. But right now I am adding rocks to this little, not really cliff edge. It's just like a little overhang where that path up top leads to that station building. And dude, that station building is huge. I don't think I realized how big it was whenever I was making it, but it is a huge building in scale. And I tried to make sure it wasn't really blocked by any view of the park because it's such like a staple of this park. It looks cool. It's overwhelming almost, where you just like look at it like, holy crap, what is that building? That little path up there leads into the exit, and the exit of the coasters lead up to a little balcony overhang. where it looks onto the coasters dispatching from the station. It looks so cool. I'm glad I had that idea. But like I said before, it's not fully finished at all. As you can see, there's no windows, barely any theming on it. There's like some pipes and then some doors right there. Other than that, there's nothing much. So I'm not going to show you the inside of that. Maybe I might do it in real time segment, just the inside of the station itself, up that little ramp right there. But I'm not going to show you the queue yet because there's literally nothing besides like a few theming elements, and that's about it. As you can see, there's little barn doors right there. I'm gonna have them like swing open when you leave the station instead of having them closed like that. I feel like it will look a lot cooler and it will give more interaction to the place itself rather than just like, oh, these doors are already open up and you gotta go through. Also, I have made a story for this coaster. Here is a rough draft. So you guys know this place is based on mystic timbers and everything, right? So what I'm gonna do, or what the story is, at least I have in mind, it's not fully fleshed out yet. Um, you break into this old abandoned steel mill, just like you did in Mystic Timbers, and you find a old company truck, and you take it for a little joyride, because why not? And as you're going through, a security guard patches into your radio and tells like, "Hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be here." And like a loud roar comes over as you're in that shed over there on the left, as you can see there. That is the shed that I mentioned before. There's nothing inside of it either, so I'm not gonna show you inside of it. But he tells you to go, 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 and like launch out of there, and then you launch out, and then he'll like give you directions on to go on whichever coaster you're on. If you're on the black coaster, you'll say turn right, and then you'll veer off right, and then on the brown one, you'll say turn left, and you'll veer off left, and it'll be like that, where it's like that guy directing you away from the danger. And there's a really really cool theming element that I'm really excited to show you guys. It didn't take very long, but I wanted to add it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before. Like a tree monster reaching out for the track. I made it, and it looked sick. As you saw right there, I made some theming elements for the front of the area. Not too much, just some boilers. And right now, I am making the full station for the family coaster. Now, I wanted to include this because I wanted to show you guys at least somewhat of what I've been doing with this little coaster over here. I wasn't planning on doing like a huge station, which I didn't. It's pretty small. It's like confined to the actual station of the original roller coaster itself. But I made it somewhat more unique. I'm probably gonna change the color of it now I'm looking at it. It's a different color from the main station. I kind of don't like that. I like the little dilapidated metal look on it, like the roofs are, which I might change. But as I mentioned before, this is just a tiny little station. I wanted to include it just so you guys get that full feel of what I've been doing. And I will say this one more time, and I apologize for self promo and like putting that out there, but if you do like this series, please subscribe and like the videos so I know what you guys like and what you guys don't like. And if you guys want some things in the park, like you want to make a newer intense coaster, if you have any recommendations on newer coasters for new areas or any theme ideas, I only have like two ideas in mind, which might be the new next two themes. But I know I'm doing the next theme already chosen. I don't know what I was doing with those roofs, but I already know what the next theme is going to be. But the theme after that, if you still, I know what theme it is, and I'm excited to do it. But I want to save it for like near the end because it's bigger. It's an IP. The second one is an IP that I'm wanting to do. It's one I'm wanting to do in this game for a long while, and I don't know how I'm going to do it. It is very similar theme to Mystic Woods. Um, a little hint there. I add a little steam chimney pipe there. It looks kind of cool. But as I was saying before, if you guys really like these videos, I would appreciate it if you would let me know what you like about the park and what I could change and what I could do better, or even with my videos themselves, like the editing that I'm doing. I'm trying to step up my editing game on these videos because I want to feel like I want to make it feel like that you guys are welcome here and you guys are part of my community. I want to interact with you guys. I want to see what you guys think about everything. I want to make sure you guys are welcome in this place because everybody is. And I want to interact with you guys, and I want to see what ideas you guys have because you guys probably have better ideas than me if I had to guess. Um, yeah, just if you have an idea for like a theme or like a coaster or names for these coasters because they need names badly because the two dueling coasters are still just called Black Side and Brown Side. And this one's, I think it's just called Family Multi-Dimension Coaster. It's not named anything. I do have like kind of an idea on what like story of it is, like instead of like a truck driving through the place or something like that, it's more of the spirit of the woods riding through the woods as the truck's going along, if that makes sense. So if you guys have any ideas for that, um, shoot a comment, and I guarantee you, no one else has commented it. So if you comment it first, you will probably get name it. And please don't make it something stupid like, "Oh, the 6-7 coaster." No, I'm not gonna name it like that. If it eventually comes to it, I'll just name it myself, honestly. But I really like the idea of having you guys engaging and being a part of this journey as much as I am, because, like I said, this is my first time building a park like this. So I would like you guys to be a part of that journey with me, so it's not just me alone. You know what I mean? So as you see right here, I'm just building up the rocks and around the station because I didn't want to just connect it down to the ground like the other ones were. I wanted to get like some more rock formations, and during the real time segment, you'll see I did a lot of rock stuff around, especially like the lakes and everything. It's not fully done. Like I said before, there's a lot of monotonous stuff I need to do, like rocks and trees and bushes. There's no point in me filming. I might do like a short of it, me doing all that stuff, but there's no point like making a whole 40-minute video of me just placing rocks and trees. I don't think you guys want to see that. I think you guys just want to see this. And I will say this, I didn't add a building in the time lapse because I forgot to record it. I was having too much fun building it. It's right over where that launch is for the multi-dimension coaster, where it's like hanging right down in front of the path. Yeah, I put a building over that so it looks better. I wasn't just like supports to the ground and make it open, but it's not really that fun. And on the coaster, it looks cool anyways. But right now, I'm just adding some boxes to the upper area of this. No one's gonna go up there, but from the ground, you can actually see like there's stuff inside there. And I put some spotlights inside of it to like be able to keep like, ooh, there's some light inside. I wonder what's inside of there. You know what I mean? But we are approaching quickly on the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And stick around after this real-time segment to get the theme for our next area. Here we go, into real time! And here we are in real time. As you guys can tell, there's been some new additions to this place, but we walk through them now. As you can see here, this is the park entrance, not the park entrance, the area entrance that we made back in episode 2.5. I might have a different name for that episode, but it's not fully finished. The tree behind there, I'm still gonna add some more branches and stuff, make it like a big tree, but you know what I mean. It has some spotlights up there, but this is new. That was like perfect timing. See, I added all those roots. I think I mentioned this in like episode 1 or 2 about like reaching up and going over and like overarching this entire area. It has like a little entrance sign. I like it. It's really cool. Up there you can see the station building. It's not finished. We'll walk up there and show you the inside just a little bit, like I mentioned before. But yeah, I added these little, these custom little lampposts. They're not great, but they do the job just fine. Nice little foliage around here. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Over around here, this is a good viewpoint of the coaster going down, over, around, through here. And this is, I started doing the custom fencing over here. Just a little bit. This is more of the custom fence I'm trying to go for over here a little bit. But this area is so cool. I can actually have a coaster go through here. Give me a second.
A few moments later.
There, it's coming. So as you can see, as it goes down through here, I added some little water splash effects. And especially for this one, you'll get soaked. Look at that. Turtles up through there. And this is the bathroom that I made earlier. Like I said, not like a great building, but it's not bad whatsoever either. What else I do? Oh yeah, this rock work over here is really nice. I did a bunch of rock work over here, as you can tell. It's not fully finished, but like, you know, you can get the gist of what I did. You know what I mean? Looks nice. That little tower over there I made off time lapse. I didn't record it. It goes around that little coaster right there, and it looks cool. I love that little area right there. That's the amount of foliage that's gonna be all around through here. So just to give you like a sense of what it all will look like, that building with all the ivy on it and everything and all those foliage, that's what it'll probably look like. We will take you up through here. I'll take you over to look at that area back there here in a little bit. We'll walk up through here and look at this theming that I made on time lapse through here. It's a couple of boilers, add some lamps around it, some spotlights, some roots peeking out through the top there, just to give the whole vibe of the area itself. And down there, oh, I love that theming element right there. I added that. It's like a couple broken pipes with some steam leaking out. There's a bunch of rocks. You dive down with the family launch coaster. It looks so cool on ride as well. Like I mentioned before, I'll do POVs separately, and I'll probably do like one big video of all 3 POVs of all the rides. But as we walk into the exit of the both rides, you can see here, this is where the ride comes in through. And you walk up through this path, and you can come out here, or you can go over onto this little balcony. As you can see, I use these sets for scale. You can walk over onto this balcony that looks over all of the ride stitch patching, which I think is really cool, and I like that whole idea of that. It goes all the way over to here. There's nothing really over here, but like I said before, this whole area is not themed up. Hey. But why don't we head down now towards... I'll call it the family area where the multi-launch coaster is. I guess that's what I'll call it. As you see, you walk over around here, and there's some benches, some nice little seating areas right in front of this shed. It's not fully finished. As you can see, I just added a few pipes and stuff to make it look somewhat decent. That pipe's not even finished. Whoops. But you can keep walking around through here. Oh, that's cool. Go over through there. Goes up. I love that family coaster so much. And you go under the top hats. You can see over here, this is where Oh, I moved off the bridge, that's why. You walk over a little bridge over this little area. I'll make it look a lot better. Like I said before, a lot of this stuff is just tedious work that needs to be finished. Over here, we got that little food stand that we made. See, I add some more foliage and some more decorations to make it look somewhat nicer. And this is the building that I made over the top of the coaster there. See, instead of just going right under it, it has a floor under it and everything, and roof and everything. The windows up there, got some fake ones. As you can see, it'll go down through this thing in a second. Here you go. It'll be launched out. You go under it. There's nothing much, just a roof, some little theming with boxes and stuff. On the other side, same thing. Nothing too crazy. Go over here. This is the station that we made earlier. I like it. At night, it's really cool. And I'll do a like 8 at night POV when the POV of all the rides come out, because during this place during like thunderstorms at night is so freaking cool, dude. Over here, still not fully themed up. Like I mentioned before, I keep saying it. It's not fully finished, and it will not be fully finished for a hot second while I focus on the other areas, because this is just a bunch of tedious work. Like I said, custom fencing. This little area is nice. I like it, but I love the whole layout of this coaster. It's so cool. We got a little staff entrance back through here, some boilers, some boxes, just to fill up the empty space. But now we will head over to the hangover where the 2 coasters go under, where the launch is. And here we are. As you can see, the coasters are going in. We'll go up through here, and right over there, you can kind of see it, is where one of the big theming elements are. I'll show you guys in a second. Over here, we have a nice little seating area where it overlooks this whole area, which I love a lot. It's gonna look a lot cooler. Got the mountains over here. I add some more rocks. There's rocks on the side of this mountain and on the other side as well to give it a more mountainous feel in general. The inside of there are not finished. Like I said before, a bunch of random stuff I need to finish. But also, if you come up through here, this is one of the main theming elements. This is a giant tree monster that lunges over and grabs the track. Actually, is it coming over now? No, it's not. It's going directly under us to go into the launch. I think so, right? I mean, I think so. I know so. There it goes. That's awesome. But yeah, this tree, it lunges over and reaches for this track, and you'll see the full front side of it once like I said, do those POVs, but it's so cool. And over here, we'll lead down and have an entrance to our second themed area. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and like I promised, here is the teaser for our next theme. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!